in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right away they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. This defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's the ball is free. Taylor lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion right is Evans. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check it. Hey, 66.
To throw, it's Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long.
Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
72.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of them.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And Shark hauls it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield on play action. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Good work there. Hold them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
There's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. 7-7, our score after 1. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Brady going to go on 4th down. He completes this to Russell Gage. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Here's Mayfield. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, alert!
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Room here to run. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Evans comes in motion right. Fournette running right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Alpha. 72. Hey, hold 66. Easy.
Brady going to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got it. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A good throw by Brady, complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
First down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Mayfield to throw it. That ball caught by Campbell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Cover, cover! Hold bandit!
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Out to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check it, reload!
Throwing now is Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Mayfield now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And brought in by Brady. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Regular. Hey, check it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll find Fournette again here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with career touchdown number 60. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play fake. Mayfield. And here he's got Graham. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Mayfield on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield. Touchdown! DJ Chark. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Brady steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their... That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Joseph Osai providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, Mayfield. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mayfield looks to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Shadow! Help him! 72!
Now on 2nd and 13, Brady. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Sugar! 72!
Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
He's going to let this one go deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check it, reload! Rip!
Shotgun now for Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
No, 66. Regular.
To throw is Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Here's Baker. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mayfield.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mayfield to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now.